It's brought to you by Wayfair. Post entry, Stewart, high low to Jackson.
Exploiting the mismatch, you said it out of the gates, Brendan. The size and length of the miss are evident with this group.
Jackson at 6'2", Stewart at 6'4".
Yes.
Phil Handy's excited about that size differential and just their athleticism out there.
And these three, they can get to the basket and get downhill. They can also stretch you out from the three-point line. You got shooters at every.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant.
Saturday in Miami. Unrivaled continues as we push for the playoffs. Why not watch the best two teams in the league go head-to-head for the second time this year? 5-3 Laces Basketball Club takes on 8-1 Lunar Owls Basketball Club. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy, as we take a journey through Wayfair Arena as we push for the postseason. Just 2 weeks to go until the end of the regular season. The top 4 teams advance to the playoffs in mid-March. Lunar Owls coming off their first loss of the season. For Laces, off since Tuesday. We're in for a treat. These teams finished a 2-point game just a few weeks ago, and they're going head-to-head once again. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok, Taylor Rooks is going to join us on the sidelines. So Lunar Owls, they're human. They lost their first game, and they won against Laces earlier in the year. Skylar Diggins-Smith has a salty attitude about how it went down yesterday, so she's awfully motivated for tonight's game.
Yeah, you got to watch out when she comes out with that level of compete, because you already know the moxie and the grit that she brings to the table. And it was a big reason why the Owls were able to walk away with a victory after that first game. She was getting downhill. She was physical, embracing contact, doing everything she could to impose her will and clutch as she closed things off with that final free throw.
Laces coming off a win. They too feel a bit salty about how that first matchup went when the clubs were 4-0. Owls went to 5-0. Laces suffered their first loss. Kayla McBride has been super consistent, 20-plus points in every game this year, made 6 3-pointers in the previous matchup. They need it all again with the personnel out.
Kayla has been all about consistency every single night out, regardless of personnel, regardless of who's been in the lineup. You know what you're going to get from her. Why? Because she is a killer when it comes to space. She can get to the basket, work her mid-range, excellent in her efficiency from the three-point line. She's got so many counter moves no matter what a defense is trying to throw at her.
There's that competitive fire. She embraces the opportunity to play with new players. Laces do have the same starting trio for a second straight game. Atisha Heidemann, the relief player contract in the backcourt starting. Stephanie Dolson, such a steady presence in the middle for Lunar Owls. Game 10, the same starting lineup in all 10 games. Off we go. Our officials here tonight, Blanca Burns, Owen Lucky, and Lance Gordon. The top scoring offense in Unrivaled. Lunar Owls, the best defensive club in Unrivaled. Laces, Heidemann with the finish inside. Diggins-Smith looks to answer. She does with the scoop and score.
Quick on the push, and that's exactly one of the things the Owls are looking to do. Set the tone early and making sure that they are playing at tempo.
Heidemann was shaken up after the finish, using the Dolson screen, wandering inside, hits Dolson in stride.
Well, Heidemann, she's grabbing at her left wrist, so you have to watch out for that, to your point, if she was laboring a little bit.
Alicia Gray went just 1 for 8 from 3 yesterday, comes up empty. The first quarter is commercial free, and it's brought to you by Wayfair. Shooting stroke looked okay there from Heidemann, despite the miss. Laces with the victory over Phantom on Tuesday. Collier on the roll.
Both these teams do an excellent job in their passing. They continue to penetrate, get in the paint, take advantage of that real estate, and then read the defense.
Touch for Kayla McBride. Hits the brakes, thought about the three. Gray jumping at her, and McBride takes it to the rack.
Man, we have seen a lot of nice plays here out of the gates in terms of patience and poise.
Both of these teams also boast the top point differential in Unrivaled. Lunar Owls plus 79, Laces plus 60 as McBride is open for 3. Rebound Gray. Way to move the ball up the floor. Diggins-Smith from the wing, left it short.
And that was one area last night the Owls really struggled from the three-point line.
Winch is 3 of 14, still second in the league in made threes. Laces number 1, thanks to McBride, but in attack mode early, draws the foul, going to the stripe for 1, worth 2.
You see that from both teams. I think part of that too is just reading out how physical they can be, what that looks like in terms of the officiating, and once they get a pulse on that, then they can continue to adjust to it and monitor it throughout the course of the game.
McBride superb at the free throw line here in Miami, 20 of 21 this year. Worth 2 points. Laces lead 8-4, looking for revenge. Losing to this Owls team in week 3. Gray on the follow away, rounds in. Alicia Gray in that head-to-head meeting against Laces had 19 points. Collier was the high point scorer with 26. McBride looked to enter to Dolson, but a kickball. Staying here, 9 to shoot. And they'll reset to 12 thanks to the kickball. Debut of Ariel Atkins, the latest relief player to join Unrivaled, an Olympic gold medalist wearing number 3 for Laces. Dolson goes to the bench.
Kayla McBride say we keep picking up people off the streets, so she is an Olympian. So those that are vets that can fit in, that just understand how to play, especially on both sides of the ball.
On the Olympic team for the Tokyo Olympics, crafty dribble by Heidemann. Oh, Natisha, that's a swaggy finish.
I mean, Heidemann has been assertive in getting to the basket.
And the same thing again as Diggins Smith answers Heidemann. 2 plus the foul.
Brendan, you said this. Both of these teams really looking to get to the cup. And you see right there just the shiftiness, making Collier laterally move back and forth until she finds a quick lane. And you like that in setting the tone of getting to the basket, getting in the paint early. Then it'll continue to suck in and collapse the defense some to open up the three-point line, and for players to just to see it go through early on.
Diggins Smith completes the three-point play. She was at the line to win the game in the first meeting. And that put Owls on top to win the game 75-73. Gray puts the head down and lays it home. Lunar Owls #1 in Unrivaled in field goal percentage, under their number in the loss to Rose last night. Much more efficient, 4 for 7 early. Atkins, a catch and shoot, drills the 3. Ariel Atkins is Unrivaled.
What a big ad. It's gonna be fun to watch how she continues to fit in.
Atkins coming off a season in Washington, scoring 15 points per game. Collier's fouled by Ariel Atkins. There's some familiarity there with Andrew Wade, who is the head coach, previous assistant of the Mystics for the last couple of seasons, now heading to the New York Liberty as the new player development coach. Courtney Williams in for Lunar Owls, joining Gray and Collier. For Laces, Kiki Jefferson, who was in uniform for Rose, did not play in the game, but reassigned to Laces with their injury bug looming. No Tiffany Hayes, no Alyssa Thomas, no Kate Martin. There's Coach Wade, just 27 years old. He's done such a fine job with this group. Credits the high IQ of the experienced Laces.
And he talks just about letting them be themselves, and I think that's a big part of it too for so many of these coaches, how they're able to understand the pulse of their team, and it resonated so well. You could say the same thing about DJ Sackman.
Coach Wade said Tuesday's win over Phantom he felt was the best of the season, all things considered, out of the mini break thanks to the one-on-one tournament.
Yeah, and to call it his favorite, and you love that. He talked about the grittiness and just the different areas that they were able to excel, the relentless effort. All of those things have been fun to watch with this group, considering the challenges that they have faced.
Atkins with acceleration. Dolson got the shot off. No, she did not. Block of Burns deems a shot clock violation, even at 13 in this commercial-free opening quarter.
Yeah, thanks,
Week 5 out of 7 in the regular season. We had 2 great games last night. And the table setter for Saturday, Week 5. First and second place in the league. The mid-range master, Williams, off the mark. Jefferson. Striding ahead, picked up by Gray. Jefferson curling, flips it, and fouled by Alicia Gray. It's already her second foul. DJ Sackman was honest about the loss last night. He said, you know, I didn't do a great job about rotations. Now, it doesn't help when Nafisa Collier picks up 3 fouls in the first quarter.
That's where it becomes hard. And for as much as he's taking accountability, you appreciate that across the board. I think some of that comes from the fact when players are in foul trouble, then it just messes up the rhythm of what you would typically do and how you're utilizing players, especially someone as pivotal and important to how your team operates as Collier.
Jefferson at the line to put Laces up. The former Sun Belt Player of the Year, James Madison. Jefferson playing in her 3rd Unrivaled game. Gray off balance, Jay. The hang time, impressive.
Yeah, right?
Heidemann initiating offense. Thought about feeding, instead takes and makes.
She's been locked in. And two, even just surveying that mid-range part of the floor where they're giving her space.
Just lightning fast, utilizing that in this brand of basketball. A catch and shoot three for Gray. 18-17, Lunar Owls look crisp compared to their first quarter last night. We wondered on the second night of a back-to-back, Heidemann looks to answer, and she does. Very sharp, both gloves.
I guess that left wrist is okay, huh? Even though she fell on it. Stroke is looking smooth.
She truly just shook it off. Gray circling. Williams and Heidemann, teammates in Minnesota. Williams firing, rebound, Jefferson. 20-18, Laces with the ball in the lead in the first quarter. Without key ingredients, they've pieced it together. Heidemann attacking. Striding and fouled. Good start for Natisha Heidemann. 9 of Laces' 20 points. From Green Bay, Wisconsin, former Big East Player of the Year at Marquette. Was a second-round draft pick coming out of college, and then she was cut in training camp and then found her way to get back in the league, sticking with it, and she's turned out to be a really fine role player.
We see that so often.
Gray for three, another one. Alicia Gray, a bounce-back night, 1 for 8 last night. She's 2 for 3 from deep early.
You want to talk about being locked in, but it's so many, I mean, so many players, just their growth in what it takes to play in the WNBA, play in professional leagues, all of that stuff sometimes takes time.
The handle by Gray. Timeout, Andrew Wade.
Alicia Gray has been working, my goodness, from the outside, the inside. That's why knocking down those three-point shots opened up a lot for her to attack and get to the paint.
Alicia Gray with 16 points.
Who's in? It's Max, Stephanie, and T.
Did you keep Kiki in or
No.
T in? Yeah, I got you. Yep.
Max, Stephanie, and T. All right.
Audio eraser with Galaxy AI on the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra reduces noise, so you hear only what you want. To get more from the Galaxy Huddle Cam, check out Unrivaled's Instagram page after tonight's game to see and hear for yourself.
K-Mac's back in, nothing easy. Just get into those skates. If you get stuck on K-Mac, constant.
Wherever you're at, that's all. And I feel like we got away from our paint defense. The lanes seem wide-ass open. That's why they're getting downhill. Talk to each other, just be in gaps. First play coming out, Matt here, Steph, T, out screen, hit, Matt, you respace, Stephanie setting the side pick, get downhill. All right? Let's go execute, finish this last minute 20. Let's get some stops, here we go. Lace on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Two clubs combined shooting 67% from the floor. Heidemann with 11 for Laces. Gray with 16 on 6 of 8 shooting in the first for Lunar Owls.
It's been a fun start. Both these teams, you could tell the attention to detail that they have come in with, knowing the importance of it, the respect for each other's opponent.
Oh, and some fun. Courtney Williams and Heidemann embracing. Heidemann uses the ball screen between the legs, opts out. Looking for McBride. Gray is all over her as the catch and shoot three for Heidemann is off the mark. Just her second miss from the floor. Gray is putting those handles to work. 18 here in the first.
What a blow by.
McBride, anything you can do, I can do better. 25-24, under a minute in the first. Austin, Williams, and Gray. Hard for Sackman to take her out of the game. Austin fires and connects.
And what a big shot by Shakira Austin to be able to step out, knock down that free throw look. And for Alicia Gray too, for as much as she's a scoring prowess, she can find her teammates really well because of the gravity she attracts.
Dolson drains one. Nobody wants to miss here in Miami.
We'll take that.
Even at 27. Back and forth we go. Williams wants a turn. She gets a tray. Elite shot making. And yes, we're watching the top 2 teams in the league. McBride bounces for Dolson. Aimed to kick it out, but a foul as she made the pass. Well, we want 200 coming in here. Not necessarily concerns, but being curious. Owls, second night of a back-to-back, your first loss of the year. Laces playing banged up. No excuses for either club. Ball screen by Dolson. Heidemann in the mid-range. Rebound Dolson with one. Tried to fling it in, but no good. 57 points combined here in the opening quarter. Highest scoring quarter for the two teams on display here at Wayfair Arena. Owls and Laces, the push for the playoffs continues. And we've got first and second in the league off and running. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy.
Unrivaled. So make sure you check out the fan zone on your way, and it's over 90 minutes before the game. And while you're there, check out the Miller Lite Season MVP voting station, where you can vote for this season's MVP, y'all. So check that out. And on your way in, stop by our merch station over there. Yes, we have all the new stuff in. You have amazing graphic t-shirts of all your favorite clubs. So check out the merch store and the Miller Lite concession stand. And fans, while you're at it, you need to check out everything that's going on here at Unrivaled, and you are going to also check out how our ladies pulled up today for game one in their fit and drip for Sephora. I know you're feeling good, so I need you up out of your seats, and I need you to make noise right now in the loudest section. Get the t-shirt, sing it,
Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Great Taste, 96 calories, Miller Lite, tastes like Miller time. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. Both of our head coaches are mic'd up this evening. Let's hear from Lunar Owls head man, DJ Sackman.
Good, Sky. Stay there, Leash. Top it, top it, top it. Yep. Good, coming back. Good. Straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Stay there, Court. Good, good.
Coach Sackman said the key to winning this game tonight, we got to play our game, and they've done that and then some early.
They have, and a big part of that too. And what they felt like they got away from last night was just the fluidity of how they got their offense. Some of that came from the lack of stops and the foul trouble.
Acceptance down low, Collier going to work in the post.
Excellent ball movement in hitting first. That was a big part of what they had discussed and talked about in playing at a pace. And they've done that, but so have the Laces.
Instinctual, free-flowing offense. Same can be said for Laces. Lynx against the Lynx. Step back three by McBride. Tried to sink it over her teammate in Minnesota. Collier got the best of her there. Diggins-Smith. The saltiness has carried over to Saturday night.
Strong move. So again, quick on the push, the get ahead, and it's just got size and strength against Heidemann. And she realizes that, goes right to the basket. draws some contact. There's been some great ball movement and unselfishness in transition for the Owls.
7 for Skylar. Such a pleasure to talk to this morning. Super
She is
honest.
the best. I adore her, and I think we all do, because there is that honesty. There's also just the fiery competitiveness and what she demands out of herself and doing so out of her teammates. And I think that just sets the tone for everything that they've been doing.
T-shirt worthy quote today. I am here to do too much. So good.
She had a lot of T-shirt worthy quotes. I
Really
felt
did.
like it's. I know she spoke to her Notre Dame.
Those ones you gotta let go.
The players the other night or the other day, and I felt like she was giving us a pep talk too.
Whistle before McBride took the free throw. Fouls on Collier, just her first. Alicia Gray on the bench, 16 first quarter points, despite picking up her second foul early in the frame. 1 for 2 is true for Kayla McBride. Lunar Owls 35, Laces 29. Second and final meeting between the two teams this year. Idemans into the reach. Let's welcome in Taylor Rooks. She's got the star of the first quarter.
That's right, here with the hottest hand in the gym right now, 16 in the first. What are you feeling out there in this one?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I felt a little rusty last night, so I knew coming into this game, I had to come with a different mindset and start aggressive early.
And when you are out there right now, how do you feel like they're defending you in this moment?
I mean, I just feel like I'm getting great screen set for them and I'm able to get to the basket. I kind of feel like I'm kind of hard to read right now, so I'm just taking advantage of that.
And, you know, of course, you guys are coming off of your first loss just in this game. What groove are you in right now, and how are you bouncing back so far?
We just had to put last night behind us. We couldn't internalize it knowing we had a game today, so it was just like next game, new focus.
And I'll ask you, because you didn't get to see it, big shot there from Nafisa Collier. Just how vital is she to this team and how talented?
Fee is amazing. I mean, she's a great person, great teammate. I mean, she's just a joy to play with, and I'm glad I'm on the team with her because she definitely makes it fun out there for you.
Amazing. Keep shooting.
You ain't got to tell me twice.
Back to you, Brendan.
Taylor, Alicia, that is such a good stuff. And I know we always love listening to Alicia Gray, and just you can hear the joy in her voice, and you know that she is someone who is as locked in as they come, the confidence that she has, but there's also a joyfulness to how she speaks about her teammates.
Getting a breather now. Gray, an 8-year pro from Sandersville, Georgia. Diggin Smith from the nail off the back iron. McBride racing the other way. Crossover move, Jefferson there to scoop it. McBride driving, McBride, give her 2. 10 points for Kayla McBride.
Sometimes she makes it look so easy. She's so smooth, getting to the spot she wants to the basket as well.
Collier working hard for room and fouled by Jefferson. It's her third team foul on Laces. Collier to the line. Lunar Owls 3 for 3 from the stripe. Best free throw shooting team in Unrivaled at 84%. Gray's back in, joining Diggin Smith. So the starting trio for Lunar Owls: Atkins, Dolson, McBride on the floor for Laces. For 2, Owls already at 40 points here in the second. Collier checks out, Shakira Austin back in. Ariel Atkins and Stephanie Dolson, teammates with the Washington Mystics. So they've got chemistry coming in. Atkins looks to split, maintains the dribble. Ariel Atkins getting suffocated on the defensive end. 2 for Dolson, got it up in time, short rimmed, almost drilled.
I was gonna say, that looked pretty good.
Diggin Smith, feeding Austin. Heady play by Skylar Diggin Smith, 5th in the league in assists, just over 4 a night. McBride dumps it to Dolson, and a reach-in foul. It's on Skylar Diggin Smith, who we talked to Lunar Owls about picking their spots to foul, and that was one of those situations where Diggins Smith would just give a foul to allow her defense to reset.
And that's we talk about veteran experience, but just smarts of the game. That goes across the board. We saw her do it. She was very strategic during the one-on-one tournament, but even just the understanding of time and place and when that is most effective.
Atkins curling around the screen, attempted to go to Dolson. 2-on-1. Back to Diggins Smith from Gray. That time's a charm. 44-33, Lunar Owls. Can't you tell they're motivated after last night's first loss? Atkins for three, right between the eyes. Laces without Benijah Laney Hamilton as well, out due to a personal reason. Diggins Smith with the answer. Just a well-oiled machine, Lunar Owls on offense.
Again, it changes to the complexion of how they play when they're knocking down three-point shots. 5 of 7 already on the night.
Heidemann pulls it out, slashing to the basket. Rebound, Austin. 3 Owls ahead of the pack. Austin, flip it, back to her. Good offense. Above average offense by Lunar Owls.
That was a fast break drill. The passing, the movement, and the ability to shift Dolson.
3:19 to go in the second. Lunar Owls leading 49-36. Skylar, saltiness, it's working, 13 points. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud. Dancing it up on a Saturday night.
I like it.
Here at the Wayfair Arena.
She's ready to cheer.
Lunar Owls leading Laces 49-36. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok, Taylor Rooks on the sidelines. We're moving closer and closer to the Unrivaled postseason. Less than a month away, and we've got the top 2 teams in the league. Lunar Owls did not get the job done last night, falling for the first time this year. A win in this game secures a playoff spot. For Laces, they can creep closer and still vie for the 1 seed. They have to win this game for sure, because they have to split the season series. Final meeting of the season between the 2 clubs.
I think overall, too, and despite the fact that the Laces have players in and out, you want to continue to peak at this point of the season as you're getting yourself set and ready for the postseason.
Dolson got Austin in the air. Jefferson for 3. Gray skies in for the rebound. 16 in the first for Gray, still looking for her first points of the second, twirling inside. And an offensive foul. The screen by Austin, that's her 3rd. It does not count towards the team fouls. Lunar Owls sitting on 4, 1 away from being in the penalty. McBride tries to break away. We go under 3 minutes here in the second, 49-36. Lunar Owls with the ball, directing traffic. Diggins Smith receives the screen. Lob it, Austin. Power dribble off the knee. Possession to Laces. Owls picking up full court, up 13.
You know what? You love it. We've seen this from them throughout the course of the entire season. From game one, from week one, that's been a part of their identity and how they want to play, and feeling like they are the best conditioned team here. And Skylar Diggins-Smith, yeah, she's the head of that. You see her always. It's full court for her. Full gas, no brakes.
Harping on ball pressure, DJ Sackman. 6 turnovers now for Laces. Austin missed the push shot. Jefferson's got it, showing a double. They break the timeline. Turnover number 7. Laces commit just 6 a night, already up to 7 with 2:09 left in the second quarter.
And some of that has been really great pressure by the Owls being in the right place positionally, and some of it has felt like they're just a little bit off a beat. And I think some of that does come with the fact that they've had some players in and out, and it's not always been a consistency of lineup.
So with that in mind, how do they settle in and get back on track?
I think it's just getting more comfortable and making sure that they're taking their time. For as much as you want to play fast and play at tempo, you got to make sure too that you're taking your time to read where the defense is at and outthinking them in certain areas as you play your read and react, play your actions, and still try and be free-flowing enough.
We've watched them plenty of times this year as the top scoring defense in the league. Got to get stops though too. Lunar Owls 19 of 29 from the floor. Atkins over the tall Collier, had the hands up, gets it to drop. Williams up fakes, leads to Fee, fouled by Atkins. Foul is on the floor. 4th as a club against Laces. Ariel Atkins from Dallas, Texas, joining Laces Basketball Club today as a relief player. No Hayes, no Thomas, no Martin, no Jackie Young. Now Gray is fouled. Once again, it's on Atkins. That's her 3rd foul. So available tonight for Laces off the bench, Atkins and Jefferson. McBride, Heidemann, and Dolson, the 3 starters. Alicia Gray made just 6 field goals last night on 17 tries. She's made 7 in this one already. 51-38. Williams picking up on Heidemann. Coach Sackman says ball pressure, don't let him walk it up the floor. And then he's consistent on offense. We're gonna push the pace. Collier gets the best of Heidemann. They smile and chuckle on the way back, and Williams makes him pay.
Collier was talking to Heidemann the entire time when she was guarding her, smiling.
Doing it again. They communicate on the ball screen. Atkins, tough shot, rebound Williams. Prying up the floor. Sells on the 3, outlet, Gray, 3 in the air. Offensive rebound, Collier. Faces up and drains it. Biggest lead for Lunar Owls.
And that was an example. You saw the double on Collier that McBride put on. It entirely shifted and rotated their defense.
McBride, a quick trigger. Now has 12 points. Back to 15. In attack mode. Gray has made the adjustment from last night. Fouled by Heidemann.
And Brendan, you said this, the biggest part, the Laces are finding their way to the basket. They're making shots, they're doing a nice job. They just can't slow down the Owls. The Owls have been so methodical with sharing the basketball, finding the open teammate, and they're knocking down so many of the shots we've consistently seen them make through the season that they just missed last night.
And Skylar Diggins, when we spoke to her this morning, was very intentional to mention, credit to Rose. They took us out of our rhythm, and the moment you do that, you're playing catch-up. Tonight, the tone has been set by Lunar Owls.
And you felt that early on.
After a steal in the full court press, leading by 17, they are not letting up. Collier for 3, rebound Jefferson. 2-second differential, game clock and shot clock as Atkins gallops up, finding Dolson. The Mystics connection.
Atkins has looked really good.
Coach Wade told us she can fit in great to 3-on-3. Her transition ability, can guard bigger wings. Williams for 3. Tracking down the long board. Time runs out. No need to panic, Lunar Owls fans. First loss of the season, how would they respond? 57 points in 14 minutes of basketball.
Whew. They've been impressive.
15-point lead. Stay tuned for your Unrivaled halftime show presented by Ford. We will return to the Wayfair Arena here in Miami in just a moment.
Fans, it's time for your halftime entertainment. And we have our two lovely contestants here tonight, Hayden and Erin. Ladies, this kind of looks like a finals matchup is going to go down tonight. So Hayden, do you play basketball? Yes. How old are you? 11. 11. What position you play? She's switch off. She told me she plays everywhere. Okay. Erin, what about you? How old are you? 9. 9. And what position do you play? She told me she's a shooting guard guard. That's what she told me the other day. So these ladies got it all, okay? Ladies, with each 30 seconds on the clock to make as many free throws as possible. Sounds good? Done? Okay, here we go, y'all. Make some noise for these amazing ladies. We're gonna have Hayden go first. Hayden, the floor is yours. Unrivaled, count it down with me in 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Hayden! All right, Hayden, you got this. She says she's from Minneapolis and she's rocking her pink jersey. Let's go, Hayden. Let's put her on the floor. Here she goes. She's taking her shot. 2. 20 seconds left, Hayden. Make some noise, Unrivaled. Give it up for these young ladies. Come on, here we go. Hayden, keep it up. She's got 2 on the board. 10 seconds left, girl. Going for 3. Come on, you got this. She gets her own rebound. All right, 5 seconds left. We got 3. We got 3, 2, 1.
Let's go! Unrivaled Halftime is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud.
Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight features Aaliyah Boston of Vinyl and the birthday girl, Natasha Cloud of Phantom, turns 33 today. Taylor Rooks catches up with Vinyl's De'Erica Hamby.
All right, De'Erica, coming off a big win against the Mist, 23 points from you. What elements of that performance do you want to bring into this one?
Just our defensive energy. We played super hard. Everybody contributed on both ends. Ray brought a lot of energy. AB came in, was very physical, and Ryan had a great night for us, so just continuing that.
Well, in this one, I'm very excited about the duel between you and Satu Sabali. What makes that matchup so intense and so exciting?
I think that we both just play super hard and are both super versatile, different styles of play, but kind of similar in our game. So it's going to be cool to go back and forth with her.
Now, these games, of course, are really important as teams are continuing to push for the playoffs. You know all about this. You're a champion. What words do you give your team about staying poised but urgent in these games?
I think our first and foremost, stay healthy, take care of our bodies, but just continuing to build. You know, teams are peaking at different times, and we kind of have up and down, but we think we're going to peak it right when it's important.
Thank you for your time. Have a good game tonight.
Of course.
De'Erica Hamby, third leading scorer here in Unrivaled at 21.6 points per game. It's all going down on a Saturday night in Miami. Game 1, Lunar Owls in control. We'll be back. Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. Here at the Wayfair Arena, the great facilities by Media Pro. Folks enjoying a Saturday in Miami. Packed house for the playoff push. Top two teams in the league featured in game one of our doubleheader. Lunar Owls in control by 15 points. They dropped 57 in the first half. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok, Taylor Rooks will join us for a report from both head coaches. Lunar Owls, we talked to Skylar this morning, and she said we're a bit salty, and that has really, it's extended to the whole group, and that's how they came out and played in that first half.
They set the tone in the way that they played with pace, they played with physicality, and they were also just highly efficient. This is a team that always shares the basketball so well and how they continue to move it. But you look at the numbers, you look at how many three-point shots that they've made and the way in which they've forced turnovers against the Laces team, that's been the big key of why I think there's this big discrepancy in score.
Game summary is presented by Miller Lights. Owls shoot 60% from the floor. They won the second quarter by 12 points. Biggest lead was 17. And Laces as a club, yes, they've had players in and out, but that's been the case now for multiple weeks, and they only commit about 6 turnovers a game, already at 8 through the first 14 minutes of action. Sets up for a crucial third quarter on the Laces side to make that winning score
big
in
time
reach.
to be able to cut into that. But for as much as we always talk about Lunar Owls offensively, ball sharing, how many scores they have, this is something that you've seen through the whole season, how good they are on the defensive side, picking up full court, the pressure they put on, and they've gotten in the passing lanes too.
3 players in double figures for each club. Heidemann 11, McBride 12, Atkins coming off the bench in her debut with 10. For Owls, all 3 starters, Gray with 20, Fee and Diggins-Smith 13 apiece. One to get it up for Dolson. Collier does a great job, standing tall, making the stop, speeding ahead. Collier working on the pivot foot. Diggins-Smith in the triple threat, scanning the situation. Outlet to Collier, 3 in the air. Possession Laces. Andrew Wade has his hands full against this Owls team, looking to even the season series. Taylor Rooks had an opportunity to catch up with Laces head coach.
He said, listen, we have to finish in the paint. Turnovers are a problem. He just wants them to play free. He said, of course, we have some newcomers, so we're working on chemistry. He specifically discussed Alicia Gray, said she's shooting lights out, and right now the Owls are flowing into whatever they want offensively, and we need to get better at dictating pace, as you just see there with that shot. I also asked about Natisha Heidemann. He said her wrist is fine, so she's good to go for the rest of the game, guys.
Okay, Taylor, thank you. And there's Gray making him pay again. 8 of 11 from the floor, 22 points. How about a steal? Alicia Gray is unleashed in Miami tonight. Timeout, Laces.
Turnovers are the difference maker. You see the frustration of Andrew Wade. He may have felt like there was some physical play, a foul being called, but nonetheless, that has been why Owls have been able to have this type of lead. And you see it right here. He's thrown over the top. Gray with a beautiful read, scoop to finish. Everyone's guarding their own, and it's allowed them to get in the passing lanes for some of those picks.
Still feels quiet defensively. Let's go Lace on 3. 1, 2, 3.
10 turnovers for Laces, 2 in the first minute and a half of the third. Alicia Gray with 24 points on 9 of 12 shooting. Entered the weekend 4th and Unrivaled in scoring, really a consistent punch. We talk so much about Collier, rightfully so, one-on-one champion, arguably the front runner for MVP of the league she co-founded, but the pieces around her have been outstanding. Gray rises up, gets the board, kicking it out on the swing, Diggins-Smith. Alicia again doing her thing on the glass, but McBride shoots out of a cannon and scores for Laces.
Big time play by McBride. Staying with it, the extra effort to be able to come through and get that loose ball.
Her motor is something, huh?
It's so much fun to watch.
Gray short on the 3, followed the shot. McBride pushes up to Heidemann. Head fake, gets the step. Turnover number 11. These two have a ball on the bench together. They are so locked in, though, after their first loss.
You're talking about the pieces around. Like, there's a cohesion, a chemistry, and also I think everyone holding one another accountable, and that's the type of respect that they have shown from the start.
Diggins Smith is fouled, looking to get the lead back up to 19. That's the 5th foul on Heidemann. Jefferson heads to the scorer's table. Skylar Diggins Smith told us even earlier in the year, she said that if I don't come out and compete from the get-go, I fear I will get beat. So she brings it every single night. And she's at peace right now in her basketball career. 10 years as a pro. She don't really care what anyone has to say.
You know my baseball card.
That was a good one.
That was one of them. Another is she was talking about where she's at. And, you know, Taylor was asking her about the point of this career, and she said, I'm not proving myself, I'm improving myself. And I felt like that was such a beautiful way to put it.
Diggins Smith the other way, acceleration to the cup. And I think we just got the technical signal. Now, who's the tech on?
Technical foul has been called on Letitia Heidemann of the Lacey.
On Heidemann from the bench. Saw the number 2, but the official was right in Andrew Wade's face. So one free throw worth 1 point here for Collier, 68-44. 4:25 to go in the third. Once we get to the fourth quarter, it's an untimed session.
And this is just a dominant performance by the Owls. Brennan, you said it to me at halftime, and I couldn't agree more. It's not that the Laces have not played that well. They're doing a fine job and solid. Obviously, the turnovers have hurt them immensely, but the Lunar Owls, I think, too, after that loss last night, are just so focused.
Which, again, we didn't know what it would look like after their first loss. They haven't lost a game yet. So they came out sharp and locked in. Atkins way off on the 3.
And they said, you know, they wanted to feel it, not overthink it, but acknowledge what it felt like to have that first loss here. And they sat there on the court briefly after to soak that in. And I think that type of feeling is something that then they've transferred to how they're playing tonight.
Yeah, briefly in the locker room, DJ Sackman told us, remember what this feels like. Let's get right back on track. Gray's at the line, another foul committed by Laces. Alicia Gray working on a season high, and we still have 4 and change left in the third, 24 points. Former South Carolina Gamecock, Diggins Smith and Collier get a breather. So Austin and Williams on the floor. For Laces, Dolson, Jefferson, and Ariel Atkins, who joined the club today, agreed to a relief contract yesterday. Jefferson the swing. Dolson sends it around the world. Atkins playing around the ball screen, fires. And Williams tracks it down, gobbles it up for Owls. They're keeping pedal to the metal here. Sling it, Gray, 3. Lunar Owls, should they close the deal in this one, would clinch a playoff spot. The first club to do so in Unrivaled. Jefferson on the tough turnaround. Williams got a piece of her. Third on Courtney Williams.
You feel like I found her? Tell the truth. I'm saying, just now, tell the truth. Oh my God.
You can't help but laugh, especially for some of the Laces players.
Oh,
The banged up Laces.
we love Courtney. Is she going to join us on a broadcast again?
So we go to the people.
Is that, I mean, it's above our pay grade to know, but hopefully.
I mean, I'm in. I think Courtney's in too. She has such a bubbly personality, coming over to us before the game, chatting it up. But pretty soon, though, she might be asking for TV money, you know?
Official timeout.
But in the meantime, she is focused on getting Lunar Owls to 9-1. We'll step aside. 70-46. All smiles for the Owls. Saturday night in Miami. Unrivaled on TruTV is presented by Samsung Galaxy. The party's at Wayfair Arena. Happy birthday. See Natasha Cloud.
Oh, so
celebrating
did
her
I.
33rd coming. Yeah, you flew from New York to get here.
Yeah. It's a little better weather down here right now.
Start them while they're young. Rack up the miles.
Like the way you think, B.
I don't know how you do it. But Sarah Kustok is here. Brendan Glasheen, Taylor Rooks also very busy. Atkins for three. Kiki Jefferson, excellent box out.
And a great job getting inside. Patient, strong. You got 3 minutes left. I know this is a significant deficit, but as much of a push as you can make, important.
Austin just climbing the ladder. Called for an over the back foul, her fourth. She says, I jumped straight up.
Jumped straight up, just ripped it, spun. That you might have a bit of a case there.
Pace, with pace.
They have it all, Owls leading by 22. First and second place teams in the league coming in. Owls at 8-1, Laces 5-3. Jefferson pulls up and hits. 4 straight for Jefferson on the Laces side. Before we went to break, a 13-4 run. That's the score in the quarter until Jefferson has now scored the last 6, looking for the last 8, lays it in.
Catching a rhythm and doing a good job being really assertive. And so much of it, too, has been starting at this defensive end.
Kiki Jefferson, 23 years old, a 3rd-round pick of the Minnesota Lynx last summer. Did not make the team out of training camp. This exposure here in Miami, her first professional basketball experience in the United States. She was in Spain playing overseas. And the growth is evident in the 2 weeks she's been here. She'll get a breather. McBride back in. 2 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Diggins Smith, Austin, Williams for Owls. Dolson, Atkins, McBride for Laces. Courtney Williams slithering up the other end of the floor. Passes up the jumper. Gets it back from Austin. Atkins in a low defensive stance. 7 to shoot. Williams playing with the dribble. Fires the jumper and hits. A little snuff getting back. Courtney Williams. She's got that shot going on. Most volume from the mid-range belongs to Courtney Williams. Missed lay, and Dolson's reaction is the story right now for Laces. Austin, go over the back that time. Didn't get the foul call. Williams gives the foul at half court, so McBride could not take off. It's the 4th on Courtney. weekend for Laces. They played Tuesday to wrap week 4 after the one-on-one tournament break for the entire league. Without Jackie Young, who was questionable coming in, a lower body injury. No Tiffany Hayes, no Alyssa Thomas, and no Kate Martin.
So think about how significant it is to be missing that not only amount of players, but those players and the importance that they bring to the table.
Officiating crew just teed up Shakira Austin. McBride sinks the free throw, one worth one, excuse me. 74-53. 1:16 to go in the third. In many cases with 6 clubs in a 7-week regular season, you'll see some clubs play one another 3 times. In other cases, 2 times. That is the deal for Laces and Owls, just 2 meetings. Austin denies Heinemann. Channeling the energy elsewhere from the officials. Williams is tripped up. Atkins a foot race to the ball, but it went out of bounds along the sideline.
Take a look. Whew. Big time block by Shakira Austin. She's had a nice presence on the inside defensively.
Courtney Williams. In the hands of McBride. Under a minute in the third. McBride pulls up for 3. Barely hits the rim. Kayla McBride has not made a triple in this game. 0 for 3. 2-person game here. Williams and Austin spinning into a bank shot. 76-53. Laces laboring a bit here. Atkins walks into one. Long board to Williams. 2 clocks nearly identical. Owls will hold for one more. Season high in points, 94. They're not quite there. She may have stepped over the line. Got away with it. Pull up.
I think that's what Andrew Wade was saying over there.
Yep. And a heave by Heinemann. Just short. So the winning score becomes 87 points. 1 loss, only 1 problem for Lunar Owls to this stage in the season. Looking to improve to 9-1, and most importantly, clinch a playoff spot. They're 1 quarter from doing so. 4th quarter coming up here at the Wayfair Arena in Miami. back inside the Wayfair Arena. They're swagging and surfing leading into this fourth quarter. Lunar Owls dominance, 76-53. Winning score is 87 points. Can I just say, it's the fourth quarter is commercial free. It's brought to you by our friends at AT&T. The hype crew, the dance crew here at Wayfair Arena, they get the people going. They really do. So great job by them. Our man Terrence, who is always wandering in front of us. He does a lot of work for the Miami Heat as well. He does his thing here at Unrivaled, and
DJ,
it's tremendous.
He's got this place, yeah.
Sephora sound booth, oh yeah, they got it going on. So if you haven't been down here yet, make your way. Or continue to watch. We appreciate you folks being here.
Stay in your homes and watch us.
Yes. Or come to the games. 76-53, Heidemann looking to get the step, and Williams gave the foul, pointing to the place she committed the foul, so the official could know. It's the 5th on Courtney Williams. Alicia Gray with 26 to lead the Lunar Owls charge, 19 for Diggin Smith, 14 for Collier.
It's been really good balance.
Williams with 9, Austin with 8, got the hands in, swatted it. Jefferson sticks with it. Kiki Jefferson's had a nice night. That's a bright spot for Laces.
Absolutely. And that's what you want. Get comfort, get confidence. And she's had a good run here on the floor with plenty of time.
She was a bucket at James Madison, spent her final season collegiately at Louisville. Austin adds 2 more. So now 4 of 5 Lunar Owls are in double figures. Something they've joked about internally when we spoke with them ahead of the Rose game is Courtney Williams is the only Owl to not make a game winner yet, so stay tuned.
Keep an eye out.
McBride lays it in and 1. Absorbing the contact.
Tough take by McBride. So good with her body control, and she's going past Austin, but look at her, it's kind of fend her off just a little bit, but as she's fallen, still able to finish there with that right hand.
5 fouls on Austin. Kayla McBride tonight, 3 of 3 at the line, now 4 of 4, 18 points. McBride looks to extend her 20-point game streak to 9, which is every game this year. Diggin Smith lined that up beautifully. Lunar Owls within 6 of the winning score, which is 87. Untimed quarter, shot clock remains on, and Austin is fouled out of the game. So the Queen leaves her throne. Nafisa Collier set to check in. And look, Nafisa Collier hasn't had to be all that dominant, like you said, the balance, but Diggin Smith and Gray putting together season highs in this game.
It's been tremendous, and I think too that's where sometimes there's so much attention on Collier defensively that it can open things up, but right out of the gates you saw just how effective they were getting downhill, getting to the basket, and very efficient from the 3-point line. Again, that was one area they struggled so much last night.
Jefferson up to 14, Heidemann the defense on Diggin Smith. Here comes Kiki. Skylar loves no Kiki that time, commits the foul. You saw what I did there?
I did.
Okay. I couldn't help it. Owls, that whole thing, shout out Drake.
Oh, you went full circle. Man, wow.
And that's not me picking a side, by the way. Just want to be very clear on that.
Stay out of all of that.
Yeah, me too. Play is under review. Moving on.
And here, Diggin Smith coming from behind, and you see her just running the, I mean, she turned around, raised her hand, realized she got her way. I think she was frustrated initially because she felt like she'd had a call at the other side. But gonna be interested to see what the decision is here.
Blanca Burns to come over and deliver the message. Just a common foul, thanks to Blanca. Lance Gordon, our umpire, and Owen Lucky is our referee, making his Unrivaled debut today. Sarah, I don't think I've asked you this on air yet. What do you think of the officials and these Sephora custom-made uniforms?
I love them.
Yeah?
I love everything Sephora.
They're different.
I think they look sharp. But yeah, Sephora, I'm a huge fan.
Jefferson spins into a J. Collier's got it for Lunar Owls within 6 of the winning score and a 9-1 record, as well as a postseason berth. Diggins Smith for 3. Bottom. 25 for Diggins Smith. Unrivaled season high. She said she was salty after the loss. She has let that play out. Let's see if they get Courtney a game winner. Diggins Smith has 4 of them this year. Lobs it into Collier. Outlet. Williams for the win. Stuck the landing, no good. Outlet to Williams. She'll give it up to Collier. Intentional about getting Courtney that game winner.
Very much. She didn't even look when she was on the second kick out. Didn't even look. That almost got stolen because she was going straight to her.
What a good problem to have, to let everyone get a game winner. Here's Williams. You can see the grin starting to come out. Williams, pull up for the win. Lunar Owls, playoff bound, punching their ticket in week 5 of the season. They can hooty-hoo tonight after being denied last night.
What a dominant performance that was by the Owls, and you see it again. Courtney Williams gets her game winner, and doing so in her trademark mid-range, holding that up. A lot of smiles here for an Owls team that just played tremendous top to bottom.
28-point win, their second highest point total of the season. We talked to Skylar Diggins Smith this morning. She was a treat. I can only imagine what mood she'll be in now with Taylor Rooks.
Thanks so much, Brendan. Here with Skylar Diggins Smith. Now, you all are the first Unrivaled club to clinch the playoffs. What led to this moment and this win?
It was a total team effort tonight and every night. The Rose got us last night and woke us up, and we knew we had to come back and respond tonight. I'm just proud of my team, showed a lot of resilience. Court got her a game winner, which means all 5 of us have scored a game winner. And it means a lot having 5 to our club and just being 5 strong. Everybody was a threat tonight, and it worked out for us.
You mentioned this there, but there's truly no ego on this team. You want to see each other play well. Tell the crowd just about how intentional it was to get Courtney Williams that shot.
Yeah, I mean, Court, you know, she's a killer in our league. We know her. We know she can go off, and so she's deciding to play this role for us, and it's really selfless. And she's one of the leaders of our team. We rely on her energy. She pushes us every day in practice, and we knew it was coming. So it was perfect. It was right on time, and, you know, we knew she was going to knock that down.
You're such a competitor. You mentioned to us this morning just how bad that loss felt, how much you wanted to bounce back because you wanted to be a winner tonight. How did that feeling fuel your performance tonight?
It felt great. You know, our club has been carrying this league since day one. And, you know, we've been taking it serious. We made everybody raise their level of play. And tonight we show why we still #1. So it's still hootie-hoo!
Thanks so much to Skylar. Back to you, Brendan.
Ooh, mic drop there. Skylar, a big night, scoring 25 points, also had 5 assists. Here's one of them for the State Farm assist of the game.
Excellent job drawing in the defense and finding Collier on the roll. Does just such a nice job in how she was able to pick apart and manipulate the defense throughout the course of this one. Reason why the assists overall were high for the Owls.
Lunar Owls improved to 9-1. They're going to the playoffs here at Unrivaled. Laces dropped to 5-4, 88-60. After the break, we'll look ahead to game 2. Brittany Griner and Phantom look to get back on track against Final. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to Wayfair Arena.
Miami. I'm Taylor Rooks. Unrivaled has been great for the players on and off the court. Let's go behind the scenes with the moms of the league.
Are short, a feeling every parent can relate to. And since the life of a professional athlete is expected to come with living almost half of the year on the road, the moms of Unrivaled don't take for granted this opportunity in Miami, where they can have the two things they love most, parenting and playing ball.
Thank you. Because we have players that are moms, we like to give them that space, that opportunity to use the Nanny League. The fact that it's called the Nanny League, I think it's super cool because it's so fitting.
While the moms are out on the court, they can work assured that their little ones are in good hands. One of the amenities here in Wayfair Arena is the nanny and daycare service, so parents can have peace of mind while they work.
It becomes difficult sometimes trying to juggle yourself, your children, and basketball. It honestly is a stress reliever for a lot of our players. Know that their kids are being taken care of while they're taking care of their business. For me, it hits home because I have an 11-month-old son. I am also appreciative that, staff can utilize these services as well. The Nanny League has done a great job in providing a list of people that are available to help throughout the week. It's nice to see their profiles, to know their experience. Their resumes were really, really good. And they stay an hour after the last game as well, too. So it gives players time to do things post-game. Some of the games are late, so, some of the kids are asleep by that time. But it's great, though, because I feel like on the ride home, all the moms are like, this is amazing. Like, my kid is just going straight to sleep once we get home. Our nannies have really been invested. Like, now they're fans. Some of them knew nothing about the league, knew nothing about basketball. And I love the fact that they really do understand the culture that we've built here. We have the games on while the kids are in here. All the kids are like, Mama, Mama. We also have a nursing room for any of our moms or spouses that are nursing. We utilize this room for them just to have a space. It's private, but also comfortable for our babies that get tired. We have a couple playpens in here, changing tables, any juices, snacks, cleaning products, make the children feel like as comfortable as possible.
If anybody knows about balancing life as a professional athlete and as a parent, it's Katie Lou Samuelson of the Phantom, the mom of 1-year-old Aaliyah, whose husband is also a pro basketball player. Katie Lou has played in the WNBA for the past 6 years, not to mention playing some off-seasons in Spain.
This is Aaliyah, a baby girl. She just turned a year and a half. For the most part, it's just me and her out here right now. My husband's playing in Greece. My dad's out here visiting and helping out. Hi. Hey, girl. Wanna go play? Yeah?
Play with Grandpa?
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. It's been cool to bring her around and just have her kind of float around the whole facility here. She's really been able to kind of build little friendships with a couple of the girls. I actually have a nanny that watches her during the day while I'm here, and the reason I got that nanny is through the connections that they had. For this moment in my life, I was meant to have a little girl so that she could be here, but this is cool for her to just be a part of this journey with me.
I love it. Great stuff there. Coming up from Miami, game 2 of the night final, taking on the Phantom after the break.
Let's go. Proving them wrong, they thinking I can't. I'ma keep going, don't care what it takes. Feeling the love, I'm feeling the hate. Hey, don't care what they say. Hungry enough, taking respect. I earned it enough. Never too much, enough ain't enough. Let's go.
In Miami, Florida, game 2 of our Saturday doubleheader features Vinyl and Phantom. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. Vinyl at 4-5, and Phantom in desperate need of a win at 2-6, trying to squeak into the playoff picture. Hi everyone, Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok, Taylor Rooks will join us on the sidelines. Ryan Howard of Vinyl, 3 straight games with at least 20 points, went for 24 the other night, 4 made threes, starting to find the mojo from early in the season.
When she starts seeing it go through, it is lights out, and that's exactly what we saw last night from Howard, who did a tremendous job in continuing to be on the attack, the ways in which she was finding her basket. And Satu Sabali, she's a player too that's going to be very important for this Phantom team in trying to get themselves back on track.
Here are your starting lineups. Jordan Canada once again starting at the point for Vinyl. No Arike Agumbawale, ruled out for the 2nd straight night. De'Erica Hamby doing her thing. 3rd in scoring, 5th in rebounding, 3rd in steals. And for Phantom, Ionescu, Katie Lou Samuelson getting the start. Adam Harrington with a wrinkle to his starting trio on the floor with the aforementioned Sabali. The crossover move by Ionescu, off and running, missed the triple. Sabali makes the catch against Howard, misses the push shot. Another second chance for Phantom. Sabali, who's been knocking down the 3 at 43% here in Miami.
Such a huge part of how she's able to space the floor, and then with her size, you see that she can get it on the inside too. So it makes her such a threat in so many different places on the floor.
The first quarter is commercial free, and it's brought to you by Wayfair. Howard with a zip into Hamby, missed the layup.
You don't see that often. I think Hamby just, she was so wide open. Her footwork and how she was getting to the basket was a little bit off and created the miss.
Katie Lou Samuelson, by the way, congratulations, signing a contract with the Seattle Storm. She's found a home in the W, helping Phantom out. Hamby, such an enforcer in the paint. Last summer, led all players in restricted area scoring. Ionescu with the answer. Both clubs are on the board. Jordan Canada with the handles. An elite point guard out of UCLA. Howard catch and shoot. Board to Sabali. Ionescu using the screen. The Oregon connection has been strong. Ionescu attacking the rack.
And what a job she does in fending off Jordan Canada with her body. As she's driving, she had her on her hip and her shoulder and makes a great finish.
Now, Ionescu did not have her best shooting night, just 2 of 9 from 3 in the loss to Laces on Tuesday to wrap week 4. Wondering maybe, let's get to the basket, get myself going a bit. That might be the mindset.
It makes such a big difference, and you see it right here. Look at her, she's surveying the floor and then just turns on the jets a little bit, realized she had a step in size on Canada.
For more on Sabrina Ionescu, here's Taylor Rooks.
Thanks, Brendan. Yes, I love when we were talking to her head coach. You know, he said she is the ultimate professional. Soon as the buzzer sounded after that game where she wasn't shooting amazing, she knew she didn't play to the best of her ability. He said that drive is what makes her her. Had a great individual workout the next day, said she'll be sharp tonight, shoot the ball well, and said anytime she's been challenged, she responds, and right on cue, Brendan.
Leads to a timeout by Vinyl. Ionescu has all 7 for Phantom. Even her Oregon teammate, Satu Sabali, says she's been the same person at her core since Oregon and really appreciates that.
30 seconds. Hey, just a 30-second timeout. Out of this timeout, obviously they're coming on the back-to-back. We're taking advantage now. She's going to get on them now. They're going to get downhill now. Be ready to talk this switch out or whatever it is. Great job. We got 2 subs coming any minute now. Keep playing hard. Yeah. Hey, any of our screens, on ball, off ball, are getting us wide open looks. So let's make the discipline to screen. Here we go. Ghost Gang on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ghost Gang.
Adam Harrington, 44 years old, played briefly in the NBA for the Mavericks and the Nuggets, went on to become a shooting coach for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It turned out a great career for him, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. You followed him closely. He loves the format of 3-on-3 to allow players to find the best shot.
Well, and just what he's done, I mean, knowing him throughout his career, finding the best shot, understanding angles, and also just the development that this setup provides for so many of these players.
Out of the timeout, Howard sinks the tray. Made 4 on Friday night against Mist and made 4 in the previous game as well. She's starting to find it again. Sabali changing pace. Missed it. 7-5. Ionescu has all 7 for Phantom. Hamby is fouled on the wrist. Sabrina's trying to call out who made it. And there's the eye roll, getting beyond the line. De'Erica Hamby certainly in the Unrivaled MVP conversation. You got to head to the Unrivaled website. Fans get to voice their opinions.
Absolutely.
And vote for MVP. There are wide-ranging folks that can vote that will all be factored into that MVP blender, but the fans do get a say. Howard after the steal, breezing inside. Hamby fouled by Katie Lou Samuelson.
And Teresa Weatherspoon talked about not just Ryan Howard's play last night, but also offensively, but what she did on the defensive end. And you're continuing to see some of that from Vinyl. That's going to be of great importance for both of these teams, not just about finding the rhythm, finding their shots, but defensively how they're able to be stout and then dictate pace off of it.
Hamby follows her miss on the free throw. It was way short. Even at 7, so the timeout by Teresa Weatherspoon worked like a charm for her team to respond. Brittany Griner in the game, as well as Natasha Cloud, who turns 33 today. Feeds Ionescu, wandering around the screen, missed it, short rim. Howard brings up the rock for Vinyl. Howard slings it out, but she traveled.
She realized she had 2 players collapsed in on her. You appreciate the thought of trying to get that out to an open teammate, but I think as she was driving along defensively, they did a good job of really pushing her out to the baseline.
Well, 2 clubs of the 6 that have struggled to score the ball, both 5th and 6th in scoring, but for Vinyl to go to 2-0 back in week 1, they scored 84, season high from the Samsung logo. Howard lights it up.
Oh, she's got it going. There's not a whole lot you can do. The quickness of her shot, the release point. There's so many areas about how she's able to get those shots off, and they just look so smooth.
That 3 presented by Ryan Howard. 2-and-1 for Cloud. She brings the energy every day.
You love it.
Turning another year
tell
in the
you,
calendar.
Your birthday, you always have good nights on your birthday. That's a tough take by Cloud. She does a good job finishing through that contact, staying with the play, big smile at the end of it.
And early on, we'll see Teresa Weatherspoon use her coach's challenge. Did not agree. Once again, our crew tonight. Crew chief is Blanca Burns, referee Owen Lucky, umpire Lance Gordon.
Because they didn't call it after, did you? Was that? The bucket goes away, right? Bucket's still gonna count for the but okay, for BG. Yeah, but it won't be an N one. Got stack punch, all the ones. Let's get BG a couple touches. Great job. Tasha, great job. Just it wasn't like how we drew it up over there, but just by getting low and you turn the corner, you're one dribble, you're at the rim. Great job. Okay? Yeah, just think of it's really just a cross screen. Yep. Okay? You get ready, you'll go for Sabrina in a minute. Yep. Yep. Hey, even the one Ryan stepped out of bounds, you're protecting that basket, okay? We'll let her throw it back. We'll play that game with De'Erica. Yep.
But we can also do a better job. Remember, we got to send them to the screen. We shouldn't let them reject, okay?
I can do a better job that high is getting through, like under that screen.
Good job.
That happened again where both women don't foul though, but
Yeah.
up top. I'm waiting for her to go up.
Great looks. Keep firing them. They're great looks. Oh, yeah, the ones you made, that's great. Okay? I mean, what are they just rattling? It's not an and one. It's a basket regardless. You should never challenge. Like, should never challenge if you can't take points off the board. It's either got to be a 6 foul or like points off the board. 2, 3, go.
We're also getting a tutorial from Adam Harrington on when you should not challenge.
I think everyone has, I love that though, just from, everyone has their philosophies, their strategies, how they approach it, how they use it.
The challenge is successful. There's no foul.
Successful challenge. Now, in Unrivaled, each club gets one coach's challenge. That's it. You can't earn a second one for the rest of the game. So while successful, no challenges left for Vinyl. Ray Burrell, who scored the last 9 points last night in the victory for Vinyl. She was just electrifying in that fourth quarter. Defending Ionescu, a tall task, got the hands up, contested the shot. Sabrina shoots back for it, missed the lay. Third time doesn't go. Burrell, back to Howard. Big open.
Even when she's off, she's on.
Howard's already got 3 3-pointers here in the first. Griner from the elbow delivers for Phantom. BG shooting 60% from the floor here in Miami, 16 points per game. Tied for the league lead and block shots as well. Push pass to Cloud, to Ionescu. Thought about the three, and a foul inside. It's on Ryan Howard. That's her first. Last night against Mist, we watched Howard have to work through foul trouble early. Picked up 3 quick ones. Griner thought she had the catch. Hamby got a piece. Burrell's pull-up J is good.
And I almost wonder if she was trying to pass it back out to Cloud off that, but you're right, it was a little bit off target on the pass, and Burrell does a good job getting it.
Burrell in total had 13 points against Mist. Had the game-winning shot as well. Playing with a lot of confidence right now. Sling it out. Hamby sets the feet. Was 2 for 2 from deep last night. Vinyl still leads 15-11, under 2 to go, first quarter. As of today, and with the results from earlier, Cloud delivers on the jumper. Vinyl would be the 4th team in the playoffs. As for Phantom at 2-6, in much need of a win to crawl out of the bottom. Bounce pass, Howard to Hamby, and BG gets the best of her. What up?
What a big-time play by Brittany Griner. Look at this, the tracking, the timing. Hamby thought she might have a layup there, and Griner says, no, no.
Matumbo style. Hamby, rebound BG. Cloud and Griner, teammates in Phoenix. Of course, Cloud now heading to Connecticut. Missed the jumper, way short. Another Samsung 3! Take it to the bank! Get her a phone, Samsung!
Ryan's not even smiling at that one. She's shaking her head.
That's why you practice the half-court shot. Now, of course, here at 72 feet, Griner for 2. Howard's got 4 threes already. She's made at least 4 now in 3 straight. Could it be one of those nights? This time from 2. Despite Howard being hot, Phantom's only down 3 points. Samuelson got the step. Howard poked it out of bounds. Staying over here. Right side for Phantom. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 34.1 on the game clock in this commercial-free opening quarter. Teresa Weatherspoon of Vinyl, Adam Harrington, head coach of Phantom. So much mutual respect for one another. Clouds pull-up jumper is smooth.
Taking advantage of the mid-range, a lot of that too is Griner setting some screens and creating space.
Burrell and Hamby in the two-player game. Hamby, kick it. Burrell in and out. Sabali back in for Phantom. Cloud directs Griner to the spot, high post. Griner's been doing her thing offensively all season long, flipping it and going to the line. Phantom with a chance to get the lead back.
Foul on Deonica Hamby, you're first.
Just the first on Hamby, which I would say is a good sign for Vinyl. Hamby this year gets about 3.5 fouls a night. And still a lot of game left, but 1 quarter in the books. 1 for 2 is true for BG. 19-18, Phantom in front. 3.3, have a guess who's gonna shoot this? Intended for Burrell. Samuelson with the good hands. Griner with 6 points, and Howard from way deep, just because why not? Her range is never ending.
It wasn't too bad for how deep that was.
Once again, an entertaining first quarter, just like we saw in game 1. Phantom with a 1-point lead, 19-18. 12 for Howard in the first. Ionescu with 7. You're watching Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by Great Taste, 96 calories, Miller Lite, tastes like Miller time. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. 1 quarter in the books of game 2 of our doubleheader. Don't forget, DraftKings is the official partner of Unrivaled, and new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly Download the app and use promo code BANKSHOT when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. How fitting that Ryan Howard has 2 bank shots through 1/4 of action. One from the Samsung logo, almost hit a 3/4 court shot. At the end of one, Howard with 12, Ionescu with 7. Phantom 2 and 6, in need of a win. 3 straight losses, Ionescu in traffic. Canada did her job at the box out, jumps on the basketball the other way, Jordan Canada.
Good quickness, nice push, and they're going to need some more of that from Jordan Canada to continue to be assertive in getting herself to the basket downhill.
Jordan Canada, 29 years old, 7-year pro out of UCLA, averaging about 9 points a game. Katie Lou Samuelson, she has started to find her shooting stroke as of late. About 40% from 3. Ryan Howard with her 5th 3 already. Count it for Sabali. Up and down we go.
Nice help from our dear cameraman to help her off the ground.
You good over there? Give us a thumbs up.
Look at that, a great take, strong finish. Can we see? Yeah, see, there we go.
Just a wild unicorn coming at you. All right, we got the thumbs up. That's good. And a smile.
And the camera didn't even move. Still a steady shot.
Pros, absolute pros here at Media Pro. Our fine crew on TruTV. Sabali caps off the 3-point play. 25-23. Satsu with her first points of the game. Canada shifty with the basketball. Aaliyah Boston is in the ball game. Canada using that pivot foot effectively. A musician in her spare time, and that time just acrobatic.
Well, take a look at that. And the little fake, because it looks like she was going to pass it to Aaliyah Boston at the end of the move. A great job keeping that pivot foot off the spin. You love to, even after that play, immediately, her and Aaliyah Boston having conversation, talking about things they can do and improve upon in terms of their chemistry and their synergy.
8 lead changes, 3 ties, and some eerie matching of one another on each end. And one here and one there. Sabali going to work against Howard with a big bright smile in the hands of Ionescu. 3 in the air. Rebound Howard. Ionescu now 3 of 11 from the floor. Howard walking into one. She's found it. Howard went for 33 opening weekend, and now she's got 6 threes in the first half. I believe they call it ride time.
Well, just take a look at this. Again, the smooth stroke, how quick it is. She's got Griner stepping up on her. Yeah, big smile on her face now after those couple bankers. She's back to seeing it swish.
Risky with the hair tie there. Find something to do with that.
Did she lose it or did
30? She's putting it back in. There you go.
Just a 30-second timeout.
Okay. We're good. Your hair always looks perfect.
Flake screen it. Flake screen it. You got it open by yourself there. You still got the painted area right there as well. Sit and seal. She goes, sit and seal. Okay? Right? Right? Then you're getting where she can find you in case she needs you, right? Hey, that's it right there. Put more pressure on her. More pressure. Good job. Good job. Good job. Hey, B, if she's in the middle and you're coming down as a trailer, you can go to the opposite side so we run a scat middle. Okay, okay. Wait, talk through.
So after the brief recess, Ryan Howard's good. Sabrina Ionescu is good to go. Final leading by 4 as we approach 5 minutes to go in the first half. Griner feeling it out a bit, has had some battles in the past against Boston, and Aaliyah Boston is penalized with a foul. Her second. surprised by that one. Tough break for Aaliyah Boston. Griner at the strike. Numbers tonight for BG. Houston, Texas native. Connects at the line. Griner made the choice to leave Phoenix as an unrestricted free agent, going to Atlanta for her 12th professional season here in Miami, of course. Howard looking for 777. Doesn't get it to go. It's the effectiveness of Howard. Just her second miss from 3, 6 of 8. Commits her second foul on this end of the floor.
And you think about how hot that shooting is for Ryan Howard, but also just in general, then what that means for Vinyl. But we still got, this has been such a tight game back and forth, and the balance in where these teams are scoring.
Loud. Rebound, Griner, flip it, good. BG keeping Phantom right in this one. 29 all on the flare. Howard, Boston for 3. That's what we saw Ryan Howard do after filling up the stat sheet in the score column specifically early, and started to create for her teammates. And that's the next step that Teresa Weatherspoon is happy to see in her development. Griner waltzing in. Boston tries to grab it, but stepped on the end line.
Phantom have been living in the paint. They're doing a really good job, whether it's through post, whether it's through penetration, of making sure to put a ton of pressure on the rim.
Yeah, 9 twos, just 2 3-pointers for Phantom. Meanwhile, for Vinyl, Howard's got all 6 3-pointers and 10 field goals made, 6 are threes. Griner's got the jumper, in and out. Canada speeds ahead, shifting right. Jumper in the air is good. You said it, Sarah. Get Jordan Canada going once again in the starting lineup. 7 points for Canada in the absence of Arike Agumbawale, who's out once again with a leg injury.
You're going to need that balance because Ryan Howard has done a tremendous job in how she's been putting up points, but there needs to be some more complementary pieces, and it's been Jordan Canada who's carried some of that responsibility.
Boston and Griner tangled up a bit here away from the ball. Have the official watching carefully. Griner feels it out a bit. Spin move. Griner steps right by her and stares over the shoulder. 12 for BG. We get a timeout on the floor.
Brittany Griner, they have been feeding her, and she is making Vinyl pay. Excellent job on the post move. We got a tie ball game.
Unrivaled on TruTV is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Salesforce. And thank you to Miller Lite for being the official beer sponsor of Unrivaled. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok, Taylor Rooks on the sidelines. Good game 2 of our Saturday doubleheader. Final and Phantom even at 31 apiece. Final as of now would be the 4th and final playoff team. Still a couple of weeks to go in the Unrivaled inaugural regular season. Lunar Owls punched the playoff ticket earlier, going to 9-1 with a rampage against Laces, who fall to 5-4. So we've got a tie right now for second. Laces and Rose both 5-4. And Final could get to 500. Takeaway by Phantom. Cloud, Griner, Katie Lou on the floor. Firing around the screen. And they're going to get Griner for the foul. That's the first on BG. Ryan Howard's had it going on tonight. 6 made threes. That's how she's generated all of her points.
And it's been quickness of her looks, variation of where she's taken those shots from. But when they're going through, you can understand why.
Boston off the mark. The Unrivaled record for threes made in a game is 7. Ionescu hit 7 in a game. On the Phantom side, 7 for McBride of Laces. Cloud comes up empty. Tracked down by Jordan Canada. Pace and space, picks up the dribble. Canada, tough shot, made one like that earlier. And once again, a foul away from the ball. That's happened on both ends a number of times now. That's on Cloud, the hold, first foul.
And I know she's trying to keep her off. It's a tough one there, though. You're forcing a miss, and then possession stays here, so you can understand her frustration.
Even at 31, Sabrina Ionescu got off to a fast start. The first 7 points for Phantom. She's with Taylor.
Thanks so much, Brendan. All right, your teammate, Brittany Griner, playing dominant, aggressive, physical. What's working for her out there?
I mean, everything. Being able to see how she's obviously dominating defensively, but obviously offensively, being able to get into her spots is really exciting to see.
And how do you want to keep getting into a rhythm offensively? I know you're laughing at your teammate, Katie Lou, right now.
Yeah, just continuing to find spots on the floor. Been a little bit short, so trying to get the ball up and continue to play through it.
And one more for you, Ryan Howard having a great game. How do you guys slow her down a bit on the defensive end?
Yeah, we just got to continue to pick her up. We're kind of letting her walk into some shots, and obviously she's a great shooter, so we got to be a little bit better about that. But overall, love our effort and how we're playing.
All right, thanks. I know you got a game to play. Go ahead, Sabrina. Back to you, Brenda.
So Phantom challenged the foul call against Katie Lou Samuelson as Howard was rising in for a layup.
Almost appeared as she was falling, Howard was pulling Katie Lou down with her, which may have made it appear.
After review, the defensive foul on Katie Lou Samuelson has been overturned. It is now an offensive foul.
I would have been able to sleep at night.
So now an offensive foul, and that puts Ryan Howard at 3, so that might be some strategy there by Adam Harrington to get their best player in foul trouble.
Exactly. So that goes into maybe more reasoning why it wasn't just to take that foul away from Katie Lou Samuelson, but in seeing that there was a pull down of that arm to have that switch, and especially a player like Howard who has been lighting it up.
DHO for Sabally, switch from distance. First 3 for Sabally, now 2 for 7 from the floor. 6 points. Bodies tangle once again. Burrell and Sabally go down to the deck. Foul is on Satsu, her first. Physical nature of this one. We saw a 19-18 Phantom lead at the end of one, and they are going after one another here, understanding the desperation, especially for Phantom, to climb out of that hole. 3 straight losses at 2 and 6. Cloud showing double, leads to the takeaway. Sabally walks it up. Cloud fakes the pass, turning the corner. Sabally has Canada matched up. Outlet, Katie Lou for 3, bottom!
Opportunity for a big push here, closing out the quarter, how they're going into the half.
Canada with the answer, free throw line jumper, 37-33.
Another nice response by Jordan Canada.
Katie Lou Samuelson with 2 straight games with 2 3-pointers. Hamby with the steal. Hamby's eating on the other end. Timeout, Adam Harrington. He knew he had 1 left that would not carry over into the second half.
You try and give your team a breather, slow things down after creating a little bit more distance than we've seen throughout the course of this game. Vinyl do a nice job, especially forcing a turnover, and so often that has been the story for a lot of these teams because it becomes a possession game.
Coming to you. D, okay? However you set the screen, you gotta read, okay? According to where the defense is. It can be a tight curl, it can be stepping back here, knocking down shots. Okay, lock in, you guys, okay? All right, we're a little sloppy right now. A little sloppy with what we're doing, all right? Lock in. Yep. She stays with her matchup, no matter what. She stays with you, stay with your matchup. Because they're trying to roll you to the bucket, okay? All right? That's how we do it. You two catches.
Well, as good of a feeling as it was last night for Vinyl to get that victory, their first outright win, official win in a month's worth of games, Teresa Weatherspoon expressed to us today that's not enough. Meaning they won the game last night. How do we make it bigger? And that's her messaging here at the end of the second quarter.
And that's what it's all about for all of these teams. We keep talking about the playoffs, what that looks like, the push, but I think for teams like Vinyl, teams like Phantom, not feeling like their records indicate the team that they are or what they can be and wanting to continue to build on it.
Teaspoon was well aware, Phantom being 2 and 6, very misleading with their talent level and also personnel. Still no Marina Mabry, out with the calf injury. Sabally takes the 3 and hits the 3. Second triple for Satsu Sabally. As we come up on a minute, 40-35, Phantom in front.
1 minute.
Hamby, can she answer? Sabally the board, number 6 with 9 points. Satsu from the right wing this time. On the collapse, it's Canada. Burrell into Hamby.
Some strong defense by Sabally.
Katie Lou Samuelson orchestrating offense. Sabally being pressured by Hamby. On the roll, it's Cloud, and the foul.
Once again, another and one by Natasha Cloud. Great job turning the corner, driving to that right side. And a little bit of a bump there from the body of Hamby, and Cloud maintains her body control to finish it.
Natasha Cloud, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists in the first half. The Phantom run is 14-4. Lead is 8. Burrell in traffic. 43-37. Cloud navigating, taking a peek on the left side. Hamby shuts the lane down, driving right. Cloud again! Have a birthday, Natasha Cloud. Makes the save with 5. Can Cloud 9 do it again? 3 in the air, no. 2 tough layups for Cloud. 11 first half points. Griner with 12 off the bench. Both reserves in this game today with 23 points combined for Phantom. Taking a 45-37 lead to the locker room. For Vinyl, Ryan Howard with 18 points on 6 of 8 from 3. Stay tuned for your Unrivaled halftime show. It's presented by Ford. We'll break down the first half when we return to Miami.
Unrivaled Halftime is brought to you by Ford. Built Ford proud.
Back here at the Wayfair Arena in Miami, Phantom wins the second quarter 26-19 and has the lead by 8 points. Here's your game summary: controlling the glass and also the second league leader in assists per game. They have been really helping each other out here tonight as we welcome you back here courtside. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok. The bench of Phantom has been impressive. 23 combined from Natasha Cloud and Brittany Griner. When she checked in, it changed the game.
Well, a big part of it is how they're getting in the paint. And with Brittany Griner, a big part of that has been in the post. She's been playing with her back to the basket, doing a great job of also protecting the rim and protecting the inside on the defense. But you look at what she's done in terms of the rebounding, and that's a big part of why those numbers have such a discrepancy. You see there, she's working, she's using her size, and that's exactly what you want. Same for Cloud. She has been attacking, getting to the cup, and that's what helped open the game up.
And we wondered coming in, Ryan Howard went for 26 last night, made 4 threes, was getting teammates involved in the second half, starting to turn a corner again, back to that opening night performance when she scored 33. Well, how's 6 threes in the first half.
Well, from the gate, out of the gate, she was looking at the three-point line and she was taking those quick shots, and that's exactly what you want once she sees it go through early. And the depth of those shots was big. I know we were smiling and laughing a little because she had a couple bankers, but it's really been all around the arc, different points of the three-point line that she was able to be effective. Give credit to her teammates setting a lot of those screens to help her create some space, but she has been lights out.
2 bank shots from the three-point line for Howard, and it's a hole now for Vinyl to climb out of. For Phantom, looking for that 3rd win to get back in the playoff picture. They've lost 3 in a row, and they're getting contributions from everybody in this ball game here tonight. Saturday night in Miami. We'll get you set for the second half when we return. Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. Here at the Wayfair Arena, Sabrina Ionescu with 7 points, 5 rebounds, went for 16 and 13 boards last night. Now, she's got 4 offensive rebounds for Phantom. As a club, Sarah, they have 10, a team that only averages 4. We've got 10 at the break, and those second chances, that's how you wear down a team.
It's huge. It's been a big reason why they've been able to continue to push the type of pace and play that they want to be at, and it's the rebounding factor, and it's also so much of the dominance that they've had in terms of protecting the paint and being in the paint on the offensive side.
45-37 lead, 8-point cushion for Phantom. Icy Hot keys to a comeback. Let's take a look. Icy Hot is the official topical paint partner of Unrivaled.
Well, for Vinyl, stay on the attack. That's where they've been most effective when they're looking to really push the pace and stay in the lane and protecting the paint, because that is where Phantom have taken advantage. In terms of Phantom dictating pace, that's always a big part of how they play, and staying on the glass, getting extra possessions and becoming a possession game. That battle on the boards can prove to be very effective, and it's been a big part of why they've opened up this lead.
Phantom's also done a nice job shutting down De'Erica Hamby. 6 points, just 2 of 8 from the floor. Keeping her off the glass as well, 4 rebounds. Hamby grabs about 10 a night, which is number 5 in Unrivaled, top 5 in the league. Ionescu, a beautiful cut off the ball to lay it home.
And what a pass, too, by Sabali, and that's a great job. Is Phantom was all pulled up high, and it opened up the backside of the floor.
Sabali, her name all over the stat sheet. There's Hamby, 2 plus the foul. Talked about that matchup. Taylor, in her interview with De'Erica between games. Hamby embracing the challenge. Satu's got 9, 6, and 4 points, rebounds, assists. Hamby completes the three-point play.
And you said it, De'Erica Hamby is such an important part of this team and how Vinyl play and what they do, especially too on the offensive side. So to get her going and get her more involved is going to be really critical.
Teaspoon always says her voice is so credible. Anchored defensively, the conductor on the offensive end. Satu rattles out. He's made 2 triples tonight. Phantoms lead still 7. Howard attacking the basket. No whistle. In the lap of Canada. Hamby once again for Vinyl. On the second night of a back-to-back, Vinyl is still right in this one. Katie Lou, what do you do? Nice move to go up 49-42.
What a dime. That came from Ionescu at pretty much half court and a good seal by Samuelson on the inside.
Got the start today for Adam Harrington, just her 3rd start of the year. Hamby off balance finish has the last 7 points for Vinyl. Right when you say Phantom's done a good job on her, now Hamby's starting to find the groove.
That's exactly, though, what Vinyl need.
Sabally, crossover. Everything working for Sabally right now, except at the end, fouled by Hamby. Satu talked to us about her improvements here at Unrivaled and just the confidence in her handle, crisscrossing around the basket, making faster decisions.
And she was also, you know, the handles, and she also talked about wanting to put the crispness of her passes and making sure that some of that vision where she's hitting teammates, and we've seen that development.
Unlocking the turnaround jumper as well, something she's worked on. 11 points now for Sabally. It's back up to 7 for Phantom. Now it's been Satu and De'Erica trading hoops. The 2 bigs on the floor. Howard, sling it, Canada, slashing, foul. It's on Sabally, her 3rd. And Sabally just picked up a tee. Blanca Burns hurt enough. Satu is not done yet, voicing her displeasure. Howard shoots the technical free throw worth 1 point. Tack on another for Vinyl, 51-45.
Satu was asking, what did I say I'm talking to? She was definitely doing so vociferously.
Couldn't quite make it out there in the lip reading. Probably something we can't say on television. Canada's at the line. That's a big swing for Vinyl. 1 for 2 to make it 51-47.
Taylor identified how she had thrown the ball back.
See if Phantom keeps the composure. Cloud looking to dish the ball. She got whacked in the eye.
Foul on De'Erica Hamby, her 4th.
Fouls on Hamby, her 4th. Nothing intentional, just making a play on the ball. Ryan Howard's asking how many fingers am I holding up? That's good. The crowd got a laugh out of it. Griner and Boston, they have some history going head-to-head in the WNBA.
As they, even in that first half, every time up and down the floor, they were going at it in jockeying for position.
Just go check the tape. You'll understand what we're talking about. Extracurriculars away from the ball, but Boston's trying to find her footing, and Griner's getting tired of it. Ionescu drains it and 1. She said you can count that. 11 for Sabrina.
Take a look at this, and she feels this foul coming, still finishes the play well, and that's where she's using her size as an advantage over Jordan Canada. We saw it some with the drives and going to the basket, this time on the jumper.
Ionescu first trip to the line. Just 5 of 8 at the stripe. 90% career free throw shooter. Knocks it in. Phantom leading by 7. Boston, the handoff. Howard, back to Boston on the roll. Nice spin. Howard put it right in the breadbasket for Ionescu. Flip it. Griner maintains footing. Griner, the hook is good.
That's the biggest, the footwork.
Sticks out the tongue, getting back on defense. Keep an eye on that matchup the rest of the night. Griner in Boston. Canada got the friendly roll there. Jordan, Canada, 13 points. All 3 starters for Vinyl in double figures. And on the sweep, Boston got the hands in. Howard brings it up, steps into a 3. Howard tried to take the bait on the steal. Ionescu 3. It's short. Cloud bounces to Griner. The body control.
And soft touch on the finish.
16 for BG. Leads all Phantom players. We look at BG, she's 6'9", right? But every move she's made around the basket, there's creativity in all of her post moves to create deception.
Well, it's the countering of realizing where the defense is at, and that's why, too, the footwork that she has is just so immaculate in how she's able to create those angles.
Just her presence. Burrell is fouled, gliding to the basket. It's the 3rd on Cloud. Check it, 3rd on Ionescu. We will step aside from the Wayfair Arena. Tightly contested battle. Phantom leading by 7. Unrivaled on TruTV, presented by Samsung Galaxy. The assist of the game is presented by State Farm.
Really doing a great job in finding her teammate, cutting off the basketball. Sabrina Ionescu, beautiful finish. It's a great 2-man action there between former Oregon Duck teammates.
Phantoms made 22 field goals. 12 have been assisted. Number 2 in Unrivaled in assists, only behind Lunar Owls. That's why Adam Harrington was so positive despite the loss the other day. He went back and watched the film and said, it's not as bad as we thought in real time, that we got some good looks, and sometimes those are the nights you're going to have.
And that does happen. And he said the execution was there, and at the end of the day, that's what you're looking for, essentially, because you will have nights that shots just don't go down.
Ionescu for 3. She's yet to really get going from distance. Now 1 for 7, was 2 for 9 on Tuesday. And that's an example of what you're talking about, right? Comes off the screen, and
it's beautiful
there's
play,
daylight.
and that's exactly.
Phantom number 3 in the league in made threes. Ionescu crashing the glass, lays it in with the left hand. Can't touch this.
It's where Phantom have been so effective, and Vinyl just not getting bodies on them, and it's allowed them so many extra looks.
Burrell, Hezzy, finishes over Griner.
Man, that's tough. That is such a impressive finish by Ray Burrell. You know she's got quickness and she's able to get to the basket and get to the spots of the floor that she wants to.
Cloud step back. They'll wave it off, a travel. Let's go over to Taylor Rooks.
Thanks, Brenton. Here with Jordan, Canada, 13, 6, and 7 up to this point in the game. How are you getting into a rhythm offensively?
I think defense. It all starts with my defense and being on the, just giving the energy my team needs, and I know that's going to feed my offense and just being aggressive.
Now, speaking of energy, Ryan Howard having a game. What's working for your teammate?
She's just taking what the defense gives her. She's a walking bucket, and, you know, if they go under, she's going to make them pay. She can always attack the basket, and she can create for others, too. So, like I said, just taking what the defense gives her, but she's so shifty, she can pretty much get anything she wants.
Teaspoon has talked to us about the importance, obviously, of really closing out these games and what you all need to do so. How do you do that tonight against the Phantom?
We got to get stops. I think, you know, if we continue to talk on the defensive end and communicate, and then offensively continue to be aggressive, continue to push the pace, keep the ball moving, I think we'll be just fine.
All right, catch your breath. Thank you so much for your time, Jordan.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brendan.
2 minutes to go in the third. Thanks to Jordan, Canada, having a season high in scoring tonight, 13. Still plenty of time to go. Final trying to cut into this. Griner stares down her future teammate in Atlanta. Wow, an enforcer, BG.
Well, and you saw Ryan Howard. She was paying attention to where Natasha Cloud was at and was kind of checking the side there and doesn't see Griner coming over.
There was like some hate there, and then, okay, we're cool. Remembering where she's going next year, playing the WNBA. Ball back to Phantom. 1:37 to go in the third. Of course, we are nearing that fourth quarter. It's an untimed quarter with the winning score. Tack on 11 total points to the team leading after 3. That's how you produce that number. Satu Sabali, unicorn moves. Ray Burrell went down after the play. Gave the official a look thinking, what was that all about? Sabali with 13, 6, and 4. Howard, long 2, comes up empty. Sabali hops on it, driving, slicing. Griner doesn't get Howard in the air, calls for Satu. Sabali lost her dribble. 5 on the shot clock, under a minute here in the third. BG draws 2, bubbles it momentarily, and a foul. Ray Burrell, too much contact on the wrist of Griner.
And that's tough, a bailout at the end of the shot clock. It didn't look like Griner was necessarily going to get off a clean look.
Both clubs with 4 team fouls. Once you exceed 4 and get to that 5 number.
And this is obviously significant given they're heading into that final quarter, where the score sits and what this lead looks like right now for Phantom.
Right, of course, Vinyl needs hoops, and on the other end, cannot foul on the floor. Sabali just took a trip to the locker room, so we'll keep an eye on that. Stop and start by Howard, lofts it up, no good. Phantom looks to add and make it more problematic. Katie Lou for 3. Griner rips it away, fouled on the wrist. And that means a free throw worth 2. 4th foul on Howard.
And again, Phantom are really building on this lead here. They're heading into the final stanza.
Griner 3 for 3 at the free throw line in this one. 8 for 13 on the year coming in. Sinks it. 66-55. Adam Harrington wondered about how Biggs would fit into this 3-on-3 dynamic, and he realized just a few practices in that BG is going to be an absolute difference maker. Just picked up the 3rd foul there.
I feel like, too, over the course of weeks, these teams have settled in a different way of what the pace looks like, because it's been so controlled, there's been tempo, but it's allowed for the setup of plays, of actions, and also just where it's not entirely a track meet in a chaotic way.
Burrell knocks it down, 66-57. The biggest lead for Phantom was 11 just moments ago. Still a 9-point cushion. 10 seconds can hold for the final shot of this 3rd. Winning score as of now would be 77. Katie Lou can't add more. Howard at the horn. Just missed it wide. All right, 77 is the winning score for the 4th quarter. Does Vinyl have a rally in themselves? Or can Phantom stop the Scaries and end the losing streak? Ghost Gang by 9. Jammed house here in Miami at the Wayfair Arena at Media Pro. Phantom leading Vinyl 66-57. Brendan Glasheen, Sarah Kustok, and Taylor Rooks. The 4th quarter is commercial free. It's brought to you by AT&T. Phantom has yet to win a game in the month of February. Last victory was against Rose on January 31st. Sarah, they've controlled the glass. 14 offensive rebounds, plus 15 on the rebounding overall.
Brendan, it's been the difference maker. There's a lot of stats you can look at that indicate certain things about this game. Phantom have not shot the ball from 3 particularly well, and sometimes that translates into giving them those opportunities at offensive rebounding, but that has been the difference maker in how they've really been able to build this lead.
Amby's at the line. Now 15 points So a hole for Vinyl to climb out of. Phantom still needs that 11 by establishing that winning score. Ionescu, Samuelson, and Griner, the trio on the floor. Hamby, Howard, and Canada for Vinyl. Hamby galloping inside. Stripped by Katie Lou. Stepped out though, reset the shot clock to 12, but Katie Lou Samuelson, big bright smile, engaged on defense. Ryan Howard, remember, had 18 points at halftime. Just 1 point in the second half. It was a technical free throw. Has yet to make a field goal. Using the crossover to blow by and score.
There you go.
Always happens, right when you call them out.
That's a good thing. They probably
Yes.
appreciated that.
66-61. Ionescu, pep in her step, fires, just grazes the iron. Canada takes it away. 3-on-2 for Vinyl. Skip pass. Howard, 3, in and out. Rebound, Hamby. Skying back up with the left. 1 for 2 coming up.
An important push, though, because now Vinyl are inching closer to the score that Phantom have had.
Yep.
And you look right there, that beautiful move and take by Ryan Howard, the finish at the basket. But all of a sudden, then the pressure and the feel of the deficit shifts.
A 6-0 run by Vinyl to open the fourth quarter. Knocking down the free throws tonight as well as a club. 9 of 10 at the stripe. Sabali on the drive, could not lay it in. Hamby the rebound. Back comes Vinyl. Howard using the shiftiness. Hamby power dribble up with the right hand, with authority.
And there you go, all of a sudden, not that it wasn't a ball game, but you're right there.
Changes the momentum for sure. An 8-0 run by Vinyl is halted by Ionescu. 16 points. Phantom at 2-6 can put the 3-game losing streak to bed and be back in the playoff picture. Griner the rebound as Canada goes down. Chest pass to Ionescu. Thought about the 3. Push pass. Griner 2. And suddenly they found a rhythm, and Teresa Weatherspoon has been teed up.
My guess is that she was not happy with the no call as Jordan Canada hit the ground off that previous drive.
Ionescu to shoot the technical free throw worth 1 point. Handful of techs tonight, both of our games. 17 for Sabrina. Entered tonight's game, 9th in scoring.
So after Vinyl cut it to a 1-point game, now Phantom do a nice job of reopening up that lead once again and make that winning score just 2 possessions away.
An 8-0 run by Vinyl, answered with a 5-0 run by Phantom. Canada, pair of screens. 7 assists tonight for Jordan Canada. New season high, dancing a bit, thinking about it with 4. Canada jumper, no. Rebound, Ionescu. She's made just 1 3 tonight, but pushing pace, has said she wants to master the mid-range J for this coming summer. 19 for Sabrina Ionescu, and Phantom within 4 of the winning score. Howard, pouncing. Howard high off the glass and in. 73-67. Phantom needs 4 points to win the game. Around the screen, Griner is caught for moving. That's an offensive foul. 4th on Griner. Every possession is big in the winning score fourth quarter, but for Vinyl here to put the pressure back on.
This feels very significant.
Yes. Howard has banked in 2 threes already, and the same call on this side. Hamby, offensive foul. Both head coaches used their challenges in the first half. Hamby just picked up her 5th. Ball back to Phantom. Ionescu trying to find Sabali. Griner the off-ball screen. Zatu finding her pace, feeding it, picked off by Howard. On the run, Canada. Griner denies. Howard, jab step right. Yeah, that left foot moved. Travels. Based on the last few trips, was waiting for one coach to blink and call a timeout. Adam Harrington does.
If Vinyl have had their chances to cut back into this one, just not able to capitalize and do it.
Siarike Agumbawale out for the 2nd straight game. Vinyl won without her last night against Mist. Need a come from behind win against Phantom in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that's the way to work. That's the way to work. We good. Way to compete. I love it. Fucking love it. JC. Butt action, you guys. This is butt action, so you'll remember. All right? It's okay. It's okay. Okay, we got it right here. Ghost that thing, but as she's ghosting, you got to be coming. All right? And be at least this high. Okay? So she's turning this corner. You're getting to that corner. You got it? Got it? Hey, we're in great shape right now. That's the way to fucking compete. I love it. I love it.
Now go play this low pick and roll.
Don't stop. You guys, you have worked about in this situation right here. We've worked here. We know what to do. All right, here we go. Stop, 1, 2, 3. Atta baby, that way to compete. That's it.
Teresa Weatherspoon maintaining and uplifting the energy for Vinyl. Loves the compete. Staying engaged on her own side of things as well, despite the technical foul here in the quarter. So both clubs settle down, 73-67. Phantom needs 4 points to win the game. Clouds in the ball game. Up, another try, no good. Cloud goes down. Vinyl has numbers. Push pass to Howard. 3 in the air. No. Canada with the hustle play. Jordan Canada, 13 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists on the attack to the basket. Missed the layup, but back in her lap. Sabali lost it and then committed a foul. Fourth on Sabali. 3rd team foul on Phantom. The winning score is 77 points. Canada searching for Howard, got the space and makes it. 73-70. So it eventually got to the point we thought of a big possession.
A lot of life.
Ionescu answers.
Wow, that's a big 3-point shot. Sabrina Ionescu's hit a lot throughout the course of her career. Steps right into that one.
Cold-blooded, maintaining her footing defensively, keeping Howard in front. The jumper is pure. Ryan Howard, 20 plus in 4 straight games. She's got 28. But Phantom can win on this trip. Sabrina dancing off the screen. Ionescu, turnaround, Jay! Chases down her own miss. Ionescu to the basket, kick it. Cloud on her birthday, wins it! 33 years old, it's her bird year, hitting a triple to win it for Phantom.
Always a good night when it's your birthday. What a special ending for Natasha Cloud and a Phantom team that comes away with a big victory.
3-game losing skid is over. Natasha Cloud finishes the night with 14 points. That's the play of the game presented by Salesforce, no doubt about it.
finish.
By the way, Cloud missed her first 4 3-pointers, makes the one that counts the most. Natasha Cloud standing by with Taylor Rooks.
Thanks so much, Brendan. Here with the birthday girl, Natasha Cloud. Huge game winner there. What an amazing moment. Just walk me through that shot.
Honestly, I mean, y'all know we've had injuries early. It's kind of been a season of ups and downs, but joy together every single day, our want to come out here and compete for y'all every single day, it's been here. So to be able to finish a game, that was a total team effort. We really got it after this week in practice, and I think that helped us huge, just going against guys and just getting beat up on for a little bit. Nice little humbling. Yeah.
Well, that's great. Your first win in the month of February. Huge games from BG, from Sabrina. What led to success offensively in this one?
Just keeping things simple. Honestly, just taking and putting our hats on the defensive end, right? I think we've been not so great on the defensive end, so we had to put our pride on that end of the floor tonight, allow our defense to bring our offense, and just being calm and patient and dictating what we wanted on the offensive end.
And obviously a great game today, but as you all are pushing to make those playoffs, what do you want to take from this one?
Man, we just want to come out here and continue to be our best version of ourselves every single day, getting that 1% better for not only this league, but then to go into the W. And again, this is about creating different spaces and opportunities for women in sports moving forward. And we're so happy to be here at Unrivaled, who is doing an unprecedented job of making sure they invest in women and put their money where their mouths are and where our pockets are.
Before you go,
you ain't going.
You ain't going. It's your birthday. The Unrivaled crowd, I need some help. On 3, we're going to give her a big happy birthday. Can you help me? All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to the game winner. Back to you, Brendan.
What a moment, and so well said by Natasha Cloud. Vinyl gets to do it again on Monday night. Phantom, gets to do it again on Monday night, taking on Rose. Laces missed game 2 of the Monday doubleheader. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock in the studios in Atlanta on TNT. Final score of game 2 of our doubleheader. Phantom improves to 3-6 with a 79-72 win over Vinyl, which drops to 4-6 on the season. Our statistician tonight is Casey Colebrook, our producer Damon Fisher. Thanks to director Dave Kamens and our entire crew. For Taylor Rooks, Sarah Kustok, and our entire team, my name is Brendan Glasheen. Thanks for joining us for Unrivaled on TruTV. Good night from Miami. Stay tuned. Unrivaled Unlocked is coming up next.